Well, this looks like a nice little smaller problem. It doesn't mean it will be necessarily easier, but just because there's a lot fewer things to copy down here. We got 2 over x plus 5 and 4 over x. We did one somewhat like this a little bit ago, but I would do this at one step at a time. If you want to multiply by both the x and the x plus 5 on both sides at once so that you can speed the problem up, by that I mean write it out like this so that here the x's cancel. I have 4 times that would be 4x plus 20. Here my x plus 5's cancel, leaving me the 2x. So you can do a lot more faster in your head so that you can work the problem, but just to make sure I don't leave somebody behind here, I usually try to just do one step at a time. So I'm going to start by multiplying the x on both sides there. That's like x over 1. So here my multiply on top, the 2 times the x, got the x plus 5 on the bottom. Here, these divide out to a 1, simplify, reduce, cancel, however you want to say that. Then, in the second step, multiply by this x plus 5. Those divide out. And I have 4x plus 20 over here. If I wanted to subtract this over here, get a negative 2x. When I take 2x minus 4x equals the 20, divide by the negative 2, get a negative 10. Do all that in your head is perfectly fine with me. Again, getting you to practice that mental math to help you be more efficient for those high stakes tests like ACT, SATs. If you do need to write it all out step by step, that's all right. But I would like you working on those more efficient strategies at some point here to help you down the road. So either way, I end up with this negative 10. Double check my denominators, make sure neither of those is going to give me a 0 in the denominator because you can't divide by 0. And therefore, you need to say that the solution here, boy, I see 2 answers there that I think both work. It said, well, because it says the solution set is a real number. It is. We found it to be negative 10, and that x cannot equal, if you look at these denominators, it can't be negative 5 or the first one would be 0, and it can't be 0 or the second one would be 0. So it says the solution set is, it is a real number, and x cannot equal. But then it also goes on down here on part B. It says the solutions, and so the solution would be negative 10. What I'd really prefer is this question or answer on B, but adding this part to it of what x can also not equal. I do think that C is out. If we put in a negative 10 here, we should see it works. 2 over negative 10 plus 5. Does that equal 4 over negative 10? This reduces, right, to negative 2/5. I believe this will be your negative 2/5, and this would be negative 2/5 as well. So negative 10 does work, and it would be the solution, but I feel like they're wanting you to say the question A is the better answer, that x is a real number, negative 10 is a real number, but that also you can't equal either of these. So it says select the correct choice below, fill in the box to complete your choice. So I would just say one of those two. I don't really like the question because I feel like they both could be actually correct, just depending on what they're looking for. So that's how I would work problem 4.5.32.